Okay, we're on, we're live. Okay, good, we're live. So what are we doing to start off a meeting?
Stand up.
People are going to know about you later.
Oh my God. Should I leave now?
You should leave now, yes. Well, you can still walk out live, right? Some people, you see the real side of them. Playlist. What kind of music are we in the mood for? People, what kind of music are we in the mood for?
Any.
Any.
Happy music?
Happy music? Let's see, what do we... Oh, I know it. Can we shut Alright, so hold on, we have technical difficulties. Bluetooth, let's see, Ron.
Like that.
So thank you all for coming out last night. For those of you who supported me. We're not going to talk about the people who supported JD. Yes.
You want to take one and pass it around? Let's see.
They're gonna set my soul, set my soul.
Alright, you're not lined up here. Okay, alright, keep coming up. Keep coming up. Yeah. Come on, Rachel. Let's go. There you go. Right. Everybody, come on, people, let's go. Viva Las Vegas! Did I tell you?
And make it. That's what you got married.
Oh, wow. Alright, who else? Come on, make it.
Okay, Diana, stop that. My guys are
Get up here. That's right. Viva Las Vegas! I'll say. Everybody!
I couldn't hear you. You want to sit one of them? Okay, let's sit by me. Let's see what's below that shirt.
Right. Come on, people. The energy is rising. Here we go. Come on. If you're a guest, you have to join in. Come on. All right, come on. High, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Find 5 people and do high fives to 5 people. Hi. Greg. Alice. Who the heck are you? All right, everybody have a seat. Et voila.
Now it's hot.
Welcome. Slightly warm in here now, huh? A little bit of energy. What's the purpose of that energy?
Change your physiology.
Change your physiology.
Excited.
To get you excited to do what? To be what?
To be present.
To be present, and when you're present, you're what?
Learning.
You're learning, and when you're learning, you're what? I love it.
You're engaged.
You're engaged. When you're engaged, you're what?
Result.
Your result.
You get results.
You get results. There you go. Fantastic. When you get results, how do you feel?
Great.
I'm not talking to you.
I love it.
For everybody other than Rana, yes, JD, I'm not talking to Rana. I'm talking to you. We're on Facebook Live, by the way. All right. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Okay. So last night we had an event at a place called Dirty Martini in Palm Beach Gardens. Yes. Where myself, JD, McClintock, were competing bartenders to raise money for our pack. And some of us chose to back
JD McClintock.
Exactly, yes. So these are the traders in the group. not to be spoken to again.
KW, come on. We
No,
all
come on.
KW.
No, come on, be
I
quiet.
didn't do EXP.
All right. Coming up Saturday, Stacy, would you like to speak to this? We have an event which I'm so excited about. Stacy, great job. Give her a high five.
So, Saturday we're doing some live door knocking. So we've got some seasoned agents paired up with some, let's say, newer agents, those agents that want to learn, grow, do with that, do door knocking. So we're meeting at the office at 8:30. We're going to leave about 8:45, go to some designated areas. We're going to do door knocking for about an hour and a half, and then we'll come back here about 10:45, kind of share a little bit of the experience and be on our way for the rest of our day at 11. We are actually already booked. This one, we're already booked up for this one. So we have
Fantastic.
another one planned for July, I think it's the 14th. It'll be on the July calendar. And if you go to our intranet where we have the live calendar all the time, those things are up there. So there's stuff for July, maybe even August that are already kind of on there that you can always look. You don't have to wait for our paper calendar to come out. So just so you know, so we'll work on the one for July 14th as well.
Fantastic. Well, before you go, tell us a little bit about this. What are you going to learn on this day?
So the goal,
Sorry,
the
Speaking
goal
of American, what are you going to
is
learn?
So the goal is, let's say the seasoned agent, and we're all different. So some of us are going to be door knocking because we have an upcoming open house. Some of us are door knocking just to provide statistics about that particular neighborhood and area, to share an item of value with the people. Some might do little seed packets and have their own little spin on it, what they do. So these are things that the seasoned agents have used when they door knock. So those are what we're going to share with the other agent that we're partnered with. And the goal is to get an appointment, and then we'll go back and do the listing appointment together. And then when we get the listing, we will co-list them in MLS, and we'll be able to go through that whole process together.
Brilliant. When you come back to the office after the event, after you've gone out, some things are going to go really well, and some things will be an opportunity for growth. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So with that said, when you come back here, we'll debrief. What did you do well? What did you like? What's an opportunity for you to grow? What showed up that caused you maybe to not want to knock on the door? Was that a skill set, or was that potentially a mindset that said, on the other side of the door, they're going to reject me?
And in July on the calendar, I don't remember the date, but it's set, you can see it on the live one, before the July 14th, we're actually going to do like, if you will, an hour type mastermind type thing. So those of us that went and did the door knocking will share with whoever comes that day, with everybody, what the pluses were, the great things were, what the things that opportunities for growth, all that, and what we did. So you can hear from the newer agents what maybe they got out of it, what they learned, what was good for them, not so good, and the same thing with the seasoned agents.
Brilliant. Okay, good stuff. Stacey, thank you. Give her a round of applause. Come on. Show her some love.
Okay.
Upcoming events. This Thursday night, we're kicking off our Thursday evening Power Hour.
Okay.
That was almost exciting. Okay. So for those agents who have expressed they can't get here in the morning, they can't get here consistently in the morning, and they can't come during the day because they have another job, we're now putting on Thursday evening for 2 hours from 6 to 8 p.m. Okay. This will coincide with career night. So we have new agents, people who are in school, who are going to be here tomorrow night. This week's flying by for this, as well. So they get to feel your energy when you're out on the phone. So I invite you to reach out to your fellow associates and say, hey, come on in for Thursday night. You can't make the mornings. We have a bunch of people who are looking to come in. Asel, you're coming in, right? Who else? We had a few other people who have expressed they want to come in. Isaac, I believe?
Yes. Stephanie.
Stephanie wants to come in. Hello, Stephanie. You said you were going to be here today.
She's doing a showing in Fort St.
That's
She said
good.
she'll
Okay,
send us
we'll let her off the hook. We're excited about this. This will be going at least once a month, possibly twice a month as we move forward. Okay. Who's excited about that?
I am.
Yes.
The reason we're doing it on top of the things you
Come on up here and say hello, Rachel.
Hi,
Come on up.
everyone. One of the other reasons we wanted to start doing this is that when we had our lead generation class last week, 36-12-3,
Yeah.
we had an aha for those of us that were there that there is a statistic and a study out there that says that more people answer their phone on Thursday night than any other day or night of the week. So we're taking best practices that we've learned and implementing it into our office to support each other. So I'm excited because all those expires I can't get in the morning, they're all answering tomorrow night.
Yes, brilliant stuff. Great
All of that.
point. Thank you for bringing that in. That's true. We did discuss that, right? That's best practice. You don't look. The thing about Keller, you don't need to recreate the wheel. You don't need to build the wheel. You don't need to build anything. It's already built. Simply take what's working and
Use it.
use it. Thank you very much. Yes. Live door knocking Saturday morning. I can't wait to. I'm going to come in and come out with you on Saturday morning, right? So I can't wait for that. What else do we have? Ignite relaunches. Ignite launches
And
Monday and reignite.
Yes, which is huge.
Do you want to share about that?
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Because Ignite is primarily, used for new agents coming in. And when you're a new agent coming in, you've just gotten through your course, woohoo, it's exciting! And there's so much information. So when you start doing some deals and doing things and then you reignite, you learn so much more. So it just, that
That's true.
sponge can absorb so much more. Plus, the very exciting stuff, for your 45-hour continuing education,
Yes.
Ignite will count for that.
Whoa.
Hello! What?
Wow.
Hello, Facebook Live. That's huge.
That's massive.
Huge.
That's massive.
Yeah.
Was that
Everyone's gonna be
Continued
the
reigniting.
same for last time?
No, it's just being.
They just rolled it out a couple of weeks ago, so we will have that in place in July. We'll have that formalized in July. Okay, cool.
Awesome.
So it's Ignite and Reignite at the same time, same days, it's pretty much.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
just open to, and for if you're reigniting and you just want to take a course here and there, you can do that. Whatever you want to brush up on.
Yes.
So have you done Ignite before? Show of hands, who's done Ignite? Okay, done Ignite. Okay, great. So there's a song I want you to think about as you go into Ignite. Reignited and it feels so good.
Where did the accent go? It's pretty
Just
good.
because you've done it once before, just because you read a book before, does it mean you know it?
No.
At what level do you get to mastery? How many times do you need to read a book where you can say, I've got it?
10.
10?
3, I think.
3? You're a 3er, so I'm not talking to you. Between 7 to 12. So, having gone to bold one time, does that mean I've got bold?
No.
I've captured bold. It's in my body. I am everything that is bold. Probably not. We'll want to do bold again. Just like when you read a book, the first time you read it, you have a certain set of glasses that you read it through. You take in so much information. The second time you read the book, who's reading the book the second time?
A different person.
A different person. How come?
Because you're in a different place at that point, and you've also probably implemented some of the things that you learned, and so you've evolved.
You've evolved, so you're a different reader now. So therefore you have a different lens. So when you've done bold or you've done ignite, do it again, because you now are bringing a different lens to it. You will walk away with even more information to implement and use in your business. And I'll stop at that. I have a piece coming up here. All right, this training with Mark. That's me, Mark Lowe. All right. The purpose of DISC is to create even more self-awareness. When you have a greater understanding of who you are, how you occur for other people, and be aware of that and understand, I'm X, but I'm speaking with Y, so I need to adapt Y's communication style. It's very, very powerful. So this is a fun, lively, incredibly information-packed hour to hour 15 minutes, depending upon the engagement of the group. And for those of you who can't make it on Facebook Live, I will YouTube the video. However, you'll get more by being here. So put that on your calendar and show up for that one.
And right after will be from 5 to 7, our summer sizzle. That's Stacy.
Come on up, come on up.
Good,
Stacy.
Roger and Stacy. They're
Roger and
leading.
Stacy,
Come on
let's
up.
speak to Summer Sizzle.
Woohoo!
Give them a round of applause.
It's too much fun outside. They're dragging a little.
So how do I? Okay.
Equal length.
Yes. The dark one. At the dark one. Yes. Brilliant. Okay, good stuff. And then they'll hit the green to turn it back on?
You can hit the dark one.
Hit the dark one. All right, good, thank you. There we go.
How's it going, Roger?
So tell us,
It's going well.
tell us about the summer
That's a
says.
little
Come on in,
feisty.
Jim. Let's go.
She's already upset that I'm gonna win. So it's
I'm pretty sure that is not what our conversation
So what is the summer sizzle, first of all? Tell us what it
She's
is.
just getting her fighting gloves on.
Yeah.
she is.
Got a good poker face. For the month of July, we are doing a listing contest. And so basically we're going to have 2 teams. And it's going to be all about getting listings. Everything you can. We're going to have that other door knocking event. And there will be different things throughout the month. And with Ignite going, so there's going to be all kinds of tools that everybody can use and utilize to help them get listings, because they always say that once we do that, about 90 days later is when you can look to maybe get paid and have business. So if we do this listing contest come, for July, we're looking at that's potential, paychecks September, October going into, and helping to get your last quarter, kind of kick it off. But we thought we would do it in a fun way.
So is there a competition?
So we're gonna have
Do
a
we
little
2 teams?
competition.
Friendly
All right,
competition.
so we.
Yep.
What's your team called? Have you a name for them?
Nope. We'll decide that.
Our team's gonna decide what our name is.
All right.
When we have our teams, we'll decide that.
You'll decide what the name is. Okay, so we will be taking bets on Team Stacy or Team Roger. All right.
What happens
let's
with
see
our
who
winner
we're gonna-
group and our
So do
loser
we-
group?
Just like with one-on-one, or like you can actually have people?
We're gonna have teams, so the whole office is gonna be divided in
Do we
half.
choose or do you choose?
We're choosing, it's kind of like kickball, dodgeball type
Okay.
style. So Tuesday night at the happy hour, we will be choosing, but there's going to be kind of like buckets, if you will, of the levels we can, choose from.
Gotcha.
Yes. So it's not like just pulling out of a hat, because like I told him, because if we were doing that, then I would, I would pull out Rachel and the Cerubis and Noreen and Nick,
She's
and
only
so I
saying
like
that because I already
have
cleaned up.
all of those pulled out plus some of others, so like that would weight my team for listings a bit much, so that wouldn't be fair. So we thought it should be fair.
So it sounds like she's just throwing down here, Roger. Come on, man.
It's okay.
All right, chill.
Are you giving up already? Wait,
Actions
you're
are
good?
louder than
Roger
words.
has the best poker face ever.
Actions are louder than words. Well, we'll see how it turns out.
Yes.
So,
Fair enough.
but it's fun. It's fun. It'll be fun. We think it'll be fun
It will be
and
fun.
productive.
And in real estate, one of the first things I read when I joined real estate in March was you list to
Last.
exist. You list to exist. Okay, that's the key thing in real estate. When you list, do you do more work on a listing or on the buyer side? Which
Buyer
you do a lot more work on the buyer side, right?
God, no.
So to sharpen your saw when it. What's that? I missed that last.
Oh no. Amen.
All right. When I replay the video, I'll hear what you actually. You list to exist. List to exist. So I'm excited about this. I'm really excited about this, and I'm not rooting for anybody. I'm just looking for the best person to win.
Okay, Mark.
All right, good stuff, Stacey. All right, thank you.
Hashtag
Give a round of applause. It works. I like it.
Yeah.
Good. All right, cool. Join us for Power Up Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock. So really, 9 o'clock means what time do you need to be here?
8:45.
8:45. Not walking in at 9:07, and this is what I see. So, excuse me.
On time is late. Early is on time. On time is late.
We've all had our turn.
That's usually 9:07. I see a few people show up. Okay, so 8:45. Be here. This allows you to be present. Have a seat.
I'm taking up all the people.
All right. So tell us, Amanda.
So Mega Camp is
Mega
coming.
Camp.
Woohoo!
Mega Camp. Give us a round of applause for Mega Camp.
I'm excited. I'll be there. You'll be there.
Oh,
I
okay.
will? Okay,
Yeah.
great. I'm
Yeah.
excited too.
And who else will be there? But it's August 14th through 17th. We'll be with Gary Keller, John Davis, Diana Kukoska.
Who are these people?
Tell us, Stacy, who are these people? You do
You
that to
open
me
your
every
mouth.
time.
That's your fault.
Challenge accepted. Who are these people?
Well, Gary Keller
Who's Gary Keller?
is
Who's
the
Gary
namesake
Keller?
of the business.
He started.
He
Keller
started.
Williams in
Keller
the
Williams.
1980s.
All right.
Correct.
John Davis.
He's the current CEO.
He's the current CEO. He's the fella who's got a little bit of energy on the calls. He's like, "Hey, people, it's John Davis." He's a lunatic. I don't know where he gets his energy from. And then of course we have Diana Kokoska. She's the queen of bold, and she's the head of MAPS coaching.
Yep, she
All right.
created it.
Who can tell us what MAPS stands for? Okay, Rachel, go ahead. Take it.
Agent productivity system.
Mastery Agent Productivity Systems. Rachel gets 10 points for that.
Woo!
Yeah, woohoo!
How,
Okay,
how
good
many?
stuff.
How many do I have to get?
A thousand.
Okay.
Good.
Here's mine, is it anyway the points
And
really
I
don't
get a cup
matter?
of coffee at Starbucks.
Perfect.
Yes,
That's
very
great.
good.
I love
She needs coffee.
Good. Good stuff.
Like that's what she
Mark.
needs.
It's just a great time to network with other top agents. So.
Brilliant. To Amanda's point, network. Go to this and you get to meet with other agents. Are there breakout sessions, Amanda?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
So
a
they
mega
get-
agent?
What's a mega agent?
Yes.
Is that the question?
Yeah.
Who wants to answer that? What's a mega agent? Brian. What's a mega agent?
A mega agent is someone that's been in the business for a while and has quite a bit of production.
Been in the business for a while and quite a bit of production.
Wow.
All right, love that. Quite a bit would be what? Oh, somebody's shaking their head. Okay, okay. So, love that definition. Let's make it even more powerful.
$10 million, 10 years in a row.
$10 million, 10 years in a row. Okay. I don't know if that's the actual definition, but I like that. That's a successful mega agent who's cranking out their business. Make sense? Very cool.
Nice.
So that's August 14th through August 17th. New agents and visitors. Can I have all the new agents and the visitors please stand up?
Woo!
Everybody please stand up.
Visitors.
All right, fantastic. Our sponsors, I'm going to have you sit back down because you've got your own spot. All right. So we'll go from the front of the room to the back of the room. Tell us who you are and why you're here and what you're excited about being here, and I'll have you come over here this way. Facebook Live. Yes.
My name is Leonie Grupel. I hail from South Africa.
Oh.
I am so excited to be here.
Yes.
I've been coming to a few trainings, got my license on Monday.
Yeah! And she signed her paperwork an hour ago. Yeah!
Very excited to join this team
Brilliant.
and become a mega agent.
Yes.
All right.
That's the plan.
Yes. Oh, I like that. I like that.
That is the plan.
Mega agent right there.
Yeah,
Brilliant stuff. Good.
absolutely, absolutely. And look forward to working with all of you and becoming part of your team.
You're
All
already
right.
part of the team. You've been here several times. We're excited to have you. We're
Thank
excited
you.
to have you.
Thank you.
Great stuff. All right. Ladies first. Come on up. We need a drum roll.
You're not coming with me?
He left you out to dry. No, ladies first.
Okay, my name's Charity Malum, and I'm here today because Diana Walter invited us to come. We just got our license last week, so.
Charity and
John Mellon, what she said. We just got our licenses last week and we're excited to get started.
Cool.
where are you from
Alright.
originally?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
So we've been here for 7 years, but we're from Oklahoma originally.
Brilliant. Okay.
Anybody been to Oklahoma?
No.
Nah.
There you go. See,
There's always one.
There was there.
There's always one.
It's kind of a flyover state, but well.
So, what was one thing that inspired you to go and get your real estate license? I'll go ladies first, and then John.
Well, I have been home with the kids for a while, and I wanted to try something new. And he had his real estate license in Oklahoma for a few years and did really well, so
Brilliant.
we thought we'd jump back in.
Well, that's brilliant. We're,
Cool.
we're excited to have you here.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. All right, Brian, come on up.
Woo!
Yes. We met Brian last night. He was at the party supporting the right team. Thank you.
So I'm Brian Mathis. I've been here in Florida since August. I moved from Texas. I've actually been with Keller Williams for almost 7 years. I was in different roles in MCA positions and front desk is actually where I started out. So now I'm transitioning to an agent, which I'm very excited about.
All right.
I really want to experience that. Very excited to be here and I can't wait to get started.
And
I'm about 2 weeks out from my test, but everything else is done. So
What center were you at in Texas?
I was at Market Center number 2, which is San Antonio Heritage, which is the largest Keller Williams in the whole company. When I started there, they were just under 500 agents, and when I left, they were just about 1,000.
Wow.
It's a
And
big
so they're
center.
over 1,000 now. They're larger than Southwest and everything. So I've been able to see the business grow and learn quite a bit from it. So I'm very excited to be on this side of it now.
Brilliant.
I bet.
So I'm going to ask you another question. So you're choosing this center, right?
Yep. I'm here.
So you're choosing the center. There are lots of local centers. What is it about this center made you decide to come here?
All transparency, it's the closest to my house. So, I mean, I'm 10 minutes, 15 minutes down the road, and I've been spoiled my whole life. I've always never been more than 15 minutes from my office, so it's kind of a good fit for me here.
And what
And
else?
I mean, look out there. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be in this office?
Yeah, look at the view. No, he walked in. He goes, "Oh my God, this is the view. This is where you work."
How do you work here? It's crazy. Yeah. So,
Is there any other reason? Having been at different centers, wouldn't you agree there's different feelings, different vibes?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
The Heritage Center is a very different place to be because it's so large. So the Keller Williams models and all the energy there is just out of the roof. For meeting Mark yesterday and just a few of y'all last night, I feel like the energy here is going to mimic that. And I'm very excited that it's a small office because then you get in here and you can see it grow.
Yeah.
And as it grows, you grow and you just help everybody out. And I'm really excited about that kind of atmosphere here, which is why I picked this office.
Good. I'm glad Brian's on the team too. 'Cause he knows the Kellerisms better than I do because I'm only here now. Next Monday will be my 7th week. So while it feels like I've been here for a long time, I'm only here 7 weeks. So he was teaching me a lot yesterday. I'll be learning from you. So Brian, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I was just gonna say I helped drag him here.
Yes, I met her at an open house 2 doors down from my new house, and she said, "Hey, come check out our office."
Brilliant.
So,
Okay, good. So tell us something good. Diana, I know you have something good to tell us. Victoria, I know you have something good to tell us. So how about you two ladies kick off? Tell us something good.
I signed my first contract last week, so.
Congratulations.
And I have a lot of people to thank, Rona, like everybody that's helped me throughout the whole process because it was like crazy. But everything went well. They took our offer and now we're on the contract.
How long ago was it since you joined us?
Oh, now it's been 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks. She has her first contract signed.
Wow.
That's good stuff. And it's a team. It's a team. It
Everybody
takes a
helped me,
village
so-
to raise a child, right?
And she's
Good
here
stuff.
for Power Up.
And
every
you're here
day.
for Power
She's
Up.
doing it.
You're engaged. You're coming to the lead generation. She's in class. So good. Kudos to you. Victoria, you have something to share as well.
Yes. Well, I have my first listing.
And?
Okay. Well, soon will be in the market, officially the market warehouse that is also used as an art studio. Very well located, good price.
And
good
aren't you an
potential.
artist? Aren't you an artist?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. It's converted to art studio.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, will be in the market, a good price. So investors, call me,
Yes.
Victoria Sadler.
All right, congratulations. Have a seat. Good. All right.
Also
So,
always at Power Up.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Also at Power Up and has been from the first day I came in. Yeah. So you see a theme? You see a theme? Alice, tell us something good. Stand tall.
Yay.
Alice has been out sick for a week and now she's back.
More
Yeah.
weeks, but I
Weeks,
am feeling better, so I'm gonna slowly get back into the groove again. I've been working on this listing on the island for almost 3 weeks,
Yeah.
in between not talking and not talking. So I landed the listing, and I apologize for this because I am staging this afternoon.
Oh, good
so.
for you. Good for
So
you.
it will be on the market next week.
All right. Brilliant. Good for you. Congratulations. All right, good stuff. Who else has something good to tell us? Nothing now. Okay, good. So tell us about your buyer needs right now. Who has buyer needs?
I can go.
Rana, aka Trader. Come on up
AKA
here.
So I have actually an investor paying cash looking for a duplex anywhere in Palm Beach County, 2 or 3
up to 300,000. Anybody know or has anything? Come and find me and let me know about it.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. All right, thank you. Any other buyer needs? No? Okay. Tell us about your new listings. We already heard from Victoria. Rachel, come on up.
I am
Give
so
her a round of applause.
excited.
Come on, keep up.
Okay, so I'm super excited to share a listing I have going into the market on Friday. It's a townhome over in Magnolia Court, which is Flamingo and Dixie, so right at the border of El Cid and Antique Row. It is going to be listed for $540,000. It's 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms. It's a 3-story townhome. The best part is I'm hosting an open house with the support of Diana and Mahasan on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Nice.
I would love for you to be there. So I'll send out the invitation to everybody. But 314 Tuxedo Lane, Sunday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. will be our open house.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank
Give her a round of applause. Good job.
Someone wants to know where the warehouse is.
It's Rosemary Avenue in West Palm.
Okay.
Okay, good. Good. Anybody else? Tell us about listings.
It's a warehouse.
Maybe existing listings you need support on?
It's a warehouse.
No? Okay. All right. Home runs. Come on up, Amanda.
Are you gonna sing for us? Take me out to Bali?
Hey, no.
Okay. So our home run award for May. Sure. It is at least, you can have more in these categories, but it's at least 1 listing taken that month, 1 contract written, and 1 contract closed in the month of May. And we have Maggie
Maggie
Cerruti.
Cerruti.
Congratulations.
Go Maggie.
Travis Jackson, your award right here. We also have Matt Goldstein. Congratulations.
Maddie. Go Maddie.
We have Rana.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Congratulations.
Good job.
Well done.
It's always different.
Okay, and we have Stacy
Stacy
Summers.
Summers. She gets a double high five. Yes.
Congratulations. Yay. Okay, so next up, we have a referral network. Who knows what a referral network is?
Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly and a referral network. So we can refer business to other agents. They can refer to us. So you definitely want to download your Kelly app and you want to start looking on there and using it.
Can I ask you a question? Nicole?
Sure.
Show of hands, who has the Kelly app on their phone right now? Keep your hands up. Oh, good. We're doing good in this group. All right, great.
Thanks, Amanda.
So, top agent for incoming requests, Maggie Cerruti.
So can I ask you a question? What does that mean? What
So
is
that
it?
means agents all around KW worldwide are searching agents in Palm Beach, and they're looking and they can see her stats, how many closings, how many listings, all of that wonderful thing. And so they are choosing to reach out to her because they want to do business with her. So it's very important on your the profile that you have your profile updated with your picture, all of the information about you, because people want to know who they're doing business with. So
Okay, can I add to that?
yes, please.
All right. What she said is so important. In your profile, write what other languages you speak. Who speaks other languages? You speak multiple languages. What do you speak?
Arabic.
Arabic and English.
Arabic.
Arabic. Is that on your profile?
Of course.
It's on your profile. All right.
And I
so
got 2 clients, 2, 3.
3 from
From the
that.
Arabic.
Yeah, absolutely. Your interests. What church you go to. What denomination you belong to. What ethnic group you belong to. Because people are looking for that. Because people do business with people like themselves, ultimately. So they're going to look through the referral network. That's a great resource for you. If you're not using it, well, we're going to go into this.
And most likely you have friends and family in other places that you would want to help out and find them a good agent. So you can do that through this network. So that's huge. Top agent for outgoing requests. This is cool. Jim Collins. So he's
Jim
out.
Collins.
He's
Go, Jim.
He's using it. Good job. Amazing. And for agents actually having referrals that they're working with, lots of them. Alice Hodak, Amy Stark-Snook, Noreen Payne of All About Florida Homes, Barbara Pond, Dan Sinise, Mahasan Narbuz, Matt Goldstein, Marie Marzi, Nellie Burnham-Pritchard, Rachel Tessoff, and Stacy Summers.
Yay.
So you all have active things. And it's important to remember on that too because people other agents will reach out to you and they'll put a time limit on things. So I can look and see, and some have expired, and so you want to make sure you're getting on there, you're looking, you're using it. And
can I give a statistic on this?
Yeah.
All right. So here's a scary statistic on this. Over 50% of the referrals that are given on the Kelly network and in the KW Connect part of the portal, over 50% go unanswered. So there's a ton of business that's being referred that agents are not going, oh, let me accept this. So get on the referral network, right? There's business just in that alone. Where do people come to Florida from? Besides Oklahoma. Where else?
Northeast corridor.
The Northeast Corridor. So what states are up there?
New
York, New Jersey,
Virginia.
Connecticut, Virginia, that whole section up there. Boston. When's a great time to reach out and ask for a referral?
Any day.
August.
Every day. January and February when everyone's miserable.
Yes, absolutely. So November, December, January, February, March, when they're at the end of the rope, they're end of the tether, and the weather says another snowstorm's coming. And you just happen to go, ping, referral from Florida. They're like, I'm moving there. In the interim, I'm going to give you all my business, all right? Because they will want to build up a network down here. So utilize that. Utilize that.
Okay, awesome. So, individual category for May, listing units and volume. Because that power up is just taking hold, and the momentum's there. She's consistently here and leading us, and it's amazing.
Can we ask you some questions?
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
Yeah. Blackfoot. All right, good. How long are you with Keller Williams?
A year and a half.
Year and a half. Okay.
Yeah.
When did you start consistently doing the power ups?
January
January of
18.
2018.
That's right.
When did you start to see your business do this?
End of it March.
End of March. All right. So what's the lesson in this, folks? What energy went? Energy went bad. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up.
I want exciting.
Please stand up. Stand up. All right. How do you know when somebody's not present with you in a conversation? What's their body language? What are they typically doing?
Crossing their arms.
Arms are crossed. What else?
Looking away.
They're looking down. So when you see a client with us, just from a basic body language standpoint, when they're doing this, who are they having a conversation with right now? Themselves. And if that's the case, they're not connected to you. Right? Very simple, basic body language stuff. So when I look around and I see this, that's why I ask you to stand up. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do I get a little bit of energy here?
Yes.
Yes.
Clap once if you're with me. That was good. We're good. So back to Rachel.
Okay. Oh,
Yes,
thanks.
yes. So back to you. Hey, I didn't ask you to sit down. Say stand up. Let's go. All right. So Rachel started coming to Power Up at 9 o'clock and doing her affirmations, reading her scripts in January. Her business in March started to take off.
Yes.
Do you see what happened, and do you see the system that she's following? Yes or yes?
Yes.
Fantastic. Who's not doing that right now? Show of hands. Okay, thank you for your honesty. Fantastic. I invite all of you to take a look at that, because the system is laid out there for you to follow. If you're choosing not to follow the system, there's typically a mindset behind that. So come see me, and we'll talk about what maybe the mindset is that's preventing you. Because when you commit to yourself to say, I'm going to go door knocking today, and you come in the next day and you go, I didn't go door knocking, there was a mindset that stopped you. There was a limiting belief that stopped you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, fantastic, good. Rachel,
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody have a seat.
Okay, and so for our individual top volume listed in May was 975,000, and that was Roger. Also a consistent power upper.
Thank you. All right, Power Upper. So, Roger, same question. How often do you come to Power Up?
Every morning.
Every morning.
Thursday.
Monday through
Thursday.
Thursday. He's consistently here, folks. Doing the scripts, yes or yes?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Doing your affirmations, yes or yes?
Yes.
Following the system, yes or yes?
Yes.
Yes or yes. Okay, fantastic.
individual category for
Yeah.
closed units and volume. So the top individual is 4 closed units for the month of May and a volume of 1,100,000 is our very own JD McClintock.
JD, congratulations. I know you're probably still in bed after a late night out, so that's fine.
Okay, for our team category for the closed units and volume, we have 4 closed units for 970,000 in volume, and it is the Global Group with Nick Jackson.
Nick.
So good stuff. Congratulations, everyone.
And now we have our sponsor. Greg, would you come up and share 3 minutes about you and your company and what you do? Greg from Gilman Mortgage. People, are we going to give the man a round of applause?
Be present.
All set?
Yes,
We're all set.
Thank you for allowing us back in. We've been part of the team probably for about 1.5 years now. We're with Absolute Home Mortgage. We're the Gilman Advisory Group. And I just want to touch base on something that you said earlier about DISC. I can tell you that as an advisory group, we cover the DISC, okay, for your clients. I am a high D and a low C, and she's an ISC.
And who is she?
This is my partner, not only in business, but my wife, Christy. We are a team that feed off each other. We've done business with probably half of you here in the room, and we love an opportunity for the other half. Just like all mortgage companies, we run the gamut from A to Z. The one thing that we provide, that we pride ourselves on is speed, transparency. I think somebody said that earlier. Why did you come near transparency? And availability. Between, you've been 20, how many years?
20, August will be 20.
20, and I think August just September, I'm 27. So we're gonna have 50 years of combined mortgage experience in this market. Nowhere else. Dave Broward and Palm Beach for probably all of it, but Palm Beach County for the last 25 years. So we're here to help you structure, handle problems, give advice. I think we're going to do a little lunch and learn after. We're going to be talking about appraisals. That's a big hot topic right now with the market taking off and everybody's house worth more than their neighbors and all that. We're going to discuss that. But as far as what we do, we're available all the time. I can tell you that as a married couple, there's arguments late at night because Christy is, when I tell you she's 24/7, 11 o'clock at night, she's getting out of bed to answer a text message from somebody or
Sorry.
It's just
My bad. We apologize.
Well, she's waking me up at 11, so like,
Okay.
but you know, I admire her for that because I shut down at a certain time because I think we all need time to re-energize ourselves and get ready for the next day. And so again, I really admire her for doing that. Want to say a couple words on
I think I pretty much know everyone or met most of you. Basically, like you said, I'm a hand holder. You know, you start with me, you finish with me. Your clients, most clients can't talk during the day. They say, "Oh, can I call you my lunch hour?" And I said, "Listen, would it be better for you to call after 8 o'clock when the kids go to bed?" "Oh, you don't mind me talking at night?" It's absolutely not. And that's also better for us. We have 3 children, all sports. We're at practice, this and that. So if I'm sitting in a car for 2 hours and my child's playing practice, why not take a pre-approved approval while I'm sitting in the car? You know, so I do attend all my closings. And Stacy will know, Stacy and I do a lot of closings together, so I go to my closings. It's just a nice way to kind of thank them at the end. I don't need to be there. You'll probably say, "Well, I don't ever have lenders at my closing." The norm doesn't go. There's maybe a 1% that go, and I'm the 1%. But it's a nice way to support you too. Yesterday I had a closing, and the realtor couldn't make it. So the buyers are like, the realtor's like, "Listen, don't worry, Christy's going to be there if you need anything," and at least someone was there. Because a realtor doesn't want to have to ask another realtor to go, necessarily unless they're on a team. So that's one service I provide. And like I said, we were on vacation last week for a week. Of course, I had my computer and I did 3 or 4 loans while I was on vacation between baseball games.
Boy. Yeah.
And that's just me.
Okay.
So.
and the other thing that I think is super important is we're a correspondent lender, which means we lend our own money, we make our own decisions. And we have a team, just like you guys are a team here. Every morning, we have meetups on video conference calls. I I have an in-house processor and underwriter specific to our team. So our loans only get handled by the people that have been doing the work with us for the last year and a half. So a specific underwriter, we have a situation, call her, square it away before we go to contract or while we're working down the road. That's a huge speed piece of getting loans closed. I'll defer to Mahasan on something. How fast was I able to get you the information you needed in a special deal?
Not only does he get the information quickly, you have confidence in what you're doing and what you're saying. Whenever he comes in and he gives you a quote or something, I mean, he makes things happen that other people weren't able to, and you have confidence to go and close the deal. So, other than appraisals, which we'll talk about later.
But thank you, and that's where experience comes in.
Yes.
I'll hear, well, this company's doing this, or this loan officer's doing this, just said I could do this, and you don't want to say, well, they can't do it, because there's a loan for somebody somewhere. Okay?
Yes.
We can't be everything to everybody, but we try. And having in-house and speed and the technology, mobile responsive, our websites, you apply online, get pre-qualified, sending those pre-qual letters, things of that nature, which are going to set you, the agent, aside from somebody else on how fast you're able to structure that deal, come back, counteroffer, all those little things is what we work together as a team to help you be the best you can be.
And what I will say is, if you have an offer going against another offer, and you can tell them, that 30-day approval, I can change it to 7 days, you're going to get that offer. I have talked to so many listing agents, and they took my offer over the other offer. One, because they dealt with Absolute Home Mortgage, they knew us, or they knew me personally from when I was with another business, and you've been in this business so long, most of the agents, whether they're here or there. And like I said, if I get a loan turn on Monday, and the buyer gave me everything I asked for, and obviously if they're fighting for a house, they're going to do what you ask them to get. I have that loan commitment by Friday the latest. You look like a hero. You're to the buyer. They love me because we did what we said, and everyone's happy. So, and then you have to work together as a team.
Love it.
So.
Well, thank you. And then we're going to have a lunch and learn after this, just to stay on track. Stacey, go ahead.
So I was just going to add two things really quick. So, as an agent, myself being in the business for 14 years, I can calculate when Christy tells me, hey, this is the amount I'm allotting for insurance, taxes, HOA, that sort of thing. I can figure that all out myself. When you're a newer agent, you don't realize some of these things come into play with how much of a home the buyer can afford. There's different things that play into it. Christy's great where if there's a property that your client is interested in, you can just send her the address and she'll quick plug it in, do everything, and tell you that those taxes that's going to put them over, that probably won't work, or at least she can tell you that. So she works with you to help you, making sure it's something that's going to work for your buyer. And the second thing is, I was just going to say, they definitely go above and beyond. Quick story: we had a closing. It was a traveling, like we didn't do it at the closing office, so they sent like a notary, I can't think of what it's called, mobile closer, I couldn't think of the word, a mobile closer here, and there was a foreclosure, and when the mobile closer was getting ready to leave, she was saying how she lived in Boynton, and the actual title company was in Boca, and that she was going to FedEx the documents to Boca, so they would have it the next day. Well, until they get the documents and finish, the buyers technically aren't closed. So that meant even though everybody signed, until the title company got the documents back that next day, which she was FedExing from Boynton to Boca, they weren't going to be able to get the keys and go to the house that night. We were going to have to wait. So Christy actually rearranged her scheduling something with her kids. Someone else picked a kid up, and she drove the documents over to Boca.
All right, so lunch and learn. Please stay for that because the issue of appraisals is a big issue. Great, thank you. Okay, all right, good. Time is, we've got 9 minutes. All right, good, thank you. Remember our preferred vendors? You want to tell us
And
about our preferred
lenders.
vendors? And lenders, yes.
Property inspection. Again, the Gilman Mortgage Advisory Team. Little
Yay!
Genius. Hornet Designs. 2 Men in a Truck, who was there last night to support us. Yep.
Yes.
We Move On Demand. Stonebridge Insurance. We Insure. Southern Sky Painting, Cross Country Mortgage, and Kenco Home Inspections.
Good job, Amanda.
They support
Thank you.
us, make sure we're supporting them.
Good stuff. All right, fantastic. So I invite you all to stand up with them.
Oh boy.
So you get your workout here.
All right, fantastic.
Got our
Find
sponsor.
2 people that you haven't given a high five to and give them a high five.
Hey, nice meeting you.
All the way from Oklahoma. There you go. All right, good. Okay, so as you stay standing, what is this? Who can tell me what this is? This is a treadmill.
It's what you hang your clothes on.
Hang your
Clothes on.
Clay hanger.
Clothes. What's the intention when we get a treadmill?
To work out and run.
To work out and run, to do what?
Be healthier.
To be healthier. And when you're healthier, what happens? What does that create for you?
Energy.
More energy, and when you more energy, what does that create for you? Who
Productivity.
do you become? Who do you become?
Your authentic self.
Your authentic self. And when you're your authentic self, who do you become? What do you create?
Perfect life.
Happiness, perfect life. Okay. When do we typically think about getting this?
When we gain weight.
New Year's.
Gain weight and New Year. So right after the Christmas holidays or just the holidays.
Right.
So it's the last week in December. We go, ugh, it's time to start working.
What if you have a wedding and you want to fit in that dress?
Or you have someone come up, you want to fit in the dress. All right.
Yes.
Well,
So
not really.
I haven't actually done that.
I love to try to fit in there.
I can tell you what's not gonna happen.
Just letting you know.
And Mahassan will hear all your comments on Facebook. So we set the intention. We buy the equipment. Yes?
Yes.
Who here, show of hands, has any sort of workout equipment, either bands or treadmills or weights at home? Okay, pretty much 50%. All right, fantastic. Now, let's talk about what happens.
Yeah.
I use it.
That's exactly what happens. Really good.
Wow, they
So
actually
now,
they fold long. They set a bed on. That's a day bed.
I think it's they put time into that. There's a towel so that the clothes don't get dirty on the belt.
That's very efficient.
Which means they used it at least once.
all right.
Symmetrical.
So the intention was to do what?
Right.
Work
Run,
out.
work out,
Get
create
healthy.
energy, be healthy, be authentic. And the reality is, so what happens between whoops, this and this?
Mindset. Lack of mindset.
Lack of mindset. All right, so
Laziness.
Oklahoma, give us some thoughts. I'll say Oklahoma, because that's where you're from. All right,
You
so
get
what,
distracted, you get off course.
get distracted, you get off course. Okay, fantastic. What else? Anybody else jump in here?
No
What?
motivation. It's like you really just lose the motivation.
You get discouraged.
Stories.
We create stories. No motivation. We create stories. Okay, fantastic. So I've done this exercise before. It's worth doing it again. So everybody take your hands like this. And when I say go, clasp your hands together and lock them up. Ready, set, go. Lock them up. Okay, fantastic. Go. Hold your hands together. Who has the right thumb over the left thumb?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So as you know, you're all sexy people. Right?
Right.
Who has the left thumb over the right thumb? That should be everybody else. So Oklahoma, I didn't see you raise hands for either.
I'm
He's
right.
right.
over left.
You're right over left. Okay, so the rest of you, other people think you're sexy. And then, who has the two thumbs like this? Anybody? Please, no? Okay, good. Because you're the only one who think you're sexy. All right, great. What is this an example of? So put your hands back together. What's that an example of? It's a habit. When did we develop this habit?
A long time ago.
Right? You were probably a child once you learned to clasp your hands together. Oh, say, great. So release, release. Okay? Now clasp the hands together. This time, put the opposite thumb over. Ready, set, go.
I can't.
You can. It feels weird. Pinky's hanging out for no reason.
Energy in the room shifted. So give us a word. What do you feel?
I feel it's all wrong.
All wrong. All wrong. What else? Awkward. What else? Awkward. What else?
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. Fantastic. Okay, so great. So release your hands. So when you get it, you have a habit. Your habit is watch TV, read a book,
Facebook.
Facebook.
Safe
This
birds.
year is the first year that the internet has taken over from television. More people are spending, more than 50% of the population are on their mobile phones, Netflix, Facebook, Amazon Prime, as opposed to watching TV. Okay? So this would require that we do put the hands together with the opposite thumb. This requires that. This requires us stepping outside of our comfort zone to step into growth. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, 90% of people are great, have great intentions. By January 3rd, we're back to the old habit. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Same thing applies in our business. Keller Williams offers you so much. When you come in here and I read the list of stuff that we give to you for your $60 a month, it's overwhelming. We have KW Video. By show of hands, who's created and sent out a video to their clients?
I did a
4
Facebook
people.
video
4
for there,
people.
but
Okay, great. By show of hands, who uses the Keller Williams app and sends it out on a regular basis at least once a week? Okay, hands went. Okay, great. Good. All right. Who uses Bressers.com? Who knows what Bressers.com is? All right, great. Okay, cool. Who knows what KWU is? Who uses KWU daily? Who has put it in their schedule? What's the bulldog when it comes to the schedule?
it's not in the schedule. It doesn't
If
exist.
it's not in your schedule, it doesn't?
It is.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Who knows what Scott Leroy is? Who uses Scott Leroy on a regular basis?
Or
Yes.
E-Edge.
Or E-Edge. Okay, fantastic.
I email them weekly.
This is productivity coaching. This is called the locker room. I went out, one of the first things I thought when I came here was great energy. So, let me ask you a question. Racehorse. Have you ever watched racehorses?
Yes.
All right. What do racehorses have?
Blinders.
Why?
They're not distracted.
They don't get distracted. We're a bunch of racehorses because we're running around like this. I'm going to hit the E-Edge. I'm going to go to the KW. I forgot to do the KW. I've got the app to do. I've got a listing. I have no buyers. I have no listing.
And it's gone.
This business is not right for me.
Slap true.
So all of this productivity coaching, whew, my breath, is to give you the blinders and the blinkers. Less is more. Fantastic. Okay, cool. What are you taking away from this? What's your one takeaway that you can act upon right after this and bring productivity to your business?
Get a coach.
Work the business. What does that mean?
Use the tools.
Use the tools. What else?
Follow the models, like follow Rachel.
I'm following Roger and Alice and our ALC.
You
Thank
inspire
you.
me, honestly, and that's what I wanna.
Thank you.
I wanna become you in 6 months because I've been here for 6, 7, 8 months now.
Yes.
So,
Thank you.
Follow the model.
follow.
Work the system.
Yeah.
Less is more. Get the blinders. I'm going to invite all of you. Sign up for the productivity coaching. We'll have this in place July, first week in July. All right. We're rolling it out probably next week. It's well worth it. Who today has a coach?
I had one.
Who has a coach today? Me. Okay, great. Leonie? You have one? You have me. Okay, good. Well, thank you for that. Thank you. All right, cool. I invite all of you to get a coach. Who's heard of Michael Jordan?
I think so.
Did he have a coach?
Sure.
He had multiple coaches. Who has heard of Ronaldo?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Who's that?
Multiple coaches.
Oh.
Every athlete, every actor, every actress, anybody who has a massive business, who's in the public eye, guess what they have? A coach. They don't see a coach as a cost, they see a coach as an investment. Okay? Why do coaches not work for people?
Because they don't follow them.
Because what?
They don't listen to them.
Who's they?
The people that don't see coaches as an investment.
Yes. So the people don't do and work with the coach. They don't do what the coach offers them. Right? So my invitation to all of you, get yourself a coach. and work the one thing that the coach is inviting you to work on. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. It's lunchtime, it's lunch and learn time, and we're going to get involved in a great lunch and learn. I'm going to invite you to have a seat for 1 second. I'm going to give you a very, very simple little acronym when it comes to mortgages.
Oh boy.
What's that spell?
Ice.
ICE. When it comes to your clients, your job is to get some basic information. I stands for, what do you think?
Identity.
Mortgage people not allowed to answer.
Identity.
Income.
Oh. Oh. Yes, sir.
Do you have any? And if they look at you going, you may want to get another buyer, move on. Okay? Do you have income? Is your income self-employed or are you an employee? Okay. C, what does C stand for?
Credit.
Credit. Do you have any?
Yes.
What's your credit score? Is your credit score above 500? Above 600? Above 700? Give you an idea. They don't have to, you're not going to be the mortgage expert. We want the mortgage experts to be the mortgage expert. You need to have an idea, okay? Income, credit, there's another C, we'll come back to. What does E stand for? Expenses, employment, I love it, yes. What else? Equity. Equity means what? What's a fancy word for what?
Money. Assets.
Assets, money, your down payment. How much is your down payment? Okay, where's it coming from? Is it yours or is it a gift? And the other C, collateral. What's collateral a fancy word for?
The home.
Appraisals and the home. So it's the home, the actual structure that you're buying. So Greg's job is to evaluate the value of the collateral. He's not going in to do an inspection. He's looking at the value on the property, which he's going to dive into now. So folks, know ICE and ask a few questions around ICE of your buyers and you'll save yourself a ton of time. Does that make sense? Is that simple?
Yeah.
Helpful? Okay, lunch and learn. Food is out here. Thank you very much for your energy and your efforts, folks. Thank you.